What is up, everybody? My name is Ryder Renegade, and today we're going to be unboxing a Zhu Zhu City hamster, that being Scoodles. Now, I did a video of him just a bit ago on like the sneak peek of what's soon to come with Zhu Zhu City hamsters, and that is Scoodles being the first one I got. Now, there's going to be a lot I'm going to be talking about with this, but this will be the first unboxing you will see on the all-new Zhu Zhu hamsters for Zhu Zhu City. Now, what is to expect with this new lineup? Well, the hamsters are back, the original hamsters from the 2009 series, and they're a lot more different compared to the original predecessor. They're more fatter, they're more sillier, I gotta say, different mechanical looks and design-wise. There's just so much to talk about with this, and I'm just so excited to actually unbox this. Now, what we got here is Scoodles. He originally was a Series 2 hamster from the original Zhu Zhu Pet series, tagging along with Jilly, Nugget, and Winky. Scoodles here has his own original sounds. He is expected to have his own original sounds as well with this new lineup, since they all have now their unique sounds compared to the Zhu Zhu Aquarium, in which they all had the same dolphin water sounds like one another. But from the toy fair, from what I heard, they had their own personalized sounds, and that actually made me super excited and happy now that they're finally going back with like giving them our own personality. But the packaging is basically similar to the Zhu Zhu Aquarium packaging for each Zhu Zhu fish, since technically it's like that bulb thing, which is supposed to replicate a fish bag. I don't know what this is supposed to reference in any way for a Zhu Zhu hamster. But I guess maybe it could be like a little like sleeping pod, I guess. Just to get your imagination go crazy about it, to know what this could be a reference to. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what we have in the packaging. So we have the hamster himself, Zhu Zhu Hamster, Pets Without the Mess. I believe it's supposed to say Zhu Zhu City. I could be wrong, but that is subject to change eventually when it officially gets released either in the United States and more broadly throughout the world. It says Watch Me Zune on one side. It has its name, that being Scoodles. They don't have their ear tags, unlike the original Zhu Zhu Pet hamsters, which they had their ear tags which show their name and their birthday. You can notice that they only have one butt tag as well, and it's located very differently. Instead of their left hip, it's now like down there on the bottom right of their bum, I guess you could say that. On both sides, it says Zhu Zhu Hamster, Pets Without the Mess. On the back of it, it shows what to collect, that being all 6 of the Zhu Zhu hamsters that is set for the first wave of Zhu Zhu City, that being Scoodles, Mr. Squiggles, Num Nums, Jilly, Chunk, and Pipsqueak. They mentioned their names here instead of the original Zhu Zhu Aquarium lineup, where they just have it all scattered around with their own personalized art. This is all like basically the units that was used to advertise them. Alongside that, there's the fire truck and station with tunnel, the downtown starter set, which exclusively includes Carly, and a police car with tunnel. And now it also says ZhuZhuPets.com right down there. They don't mention Zhu Zhu Fish or Zhu Zhu Aquarium. Basically, I don't think there's a domain for Zhu Zhu City from what I remembered. I've been trying to look for it, but basically it says that it's available from GoDaddy.com. But that's not to buy it right now. Let's see if you'll take care of this. There's also a QR code which leads to the Zhu Zhu Pets website from what I remember. I don't think it'll be like fully updated as of now, but it may change eventually when Zhu Zhu City gets released. A new logo saying EPC, which I'm guessing is like a company to distribute these guys, as well as the UPC barcode and Sepia LLC's logo. Down here, it's basically all filled in. It's not like hollowed out for it to be stackable like one another, like the original Zhu Zhu Aquarium lineup, but it shows like all the same information here. The trade dress of this Zhu Zhu package is subject to trademark protection. And that's pretty much it to the show. Now let's get to the fun part. Unboxing and looking at the Zhu Zhu hamster a lot more closely. Alright, just go ahead and set this down here. I keep forgetting that unboxing these things with one hand is a little difficult, so bear with me on this. But after getting like more personalized experience, I know how to unbox these things a lot more better than how I did with the first wave of Zhu Zhu Aquarium, in which I just ripped out from the bottom part in some way. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, that didn't work. Huh. A lot of tape, I gotta say. Alright, there we go. And then here's Scoodles. So soft. Very fuzzy, I gotta say. It's like a different type of fur material compared to the original Zhu Zhu Pets, in which it's like different and stuff. I love how his eyes are just like so weird. He looks like he's trying to plot something right now. He's kind of reminding me of that one mice who just grips his fists, just thinking of something anguish related. Now to basically see, I did hear that there is something under there, so we're gonna go ahead and check that out. Okay, there is something. Oh, look, there's multiple. There's multiple of them. It looks like different languages. Oh yeah, it's a lot of different languages. I could say that. Oh yeah, this is not in English. Hold up, let's see what we got here. So, oh wow, this is actually a lot more organized actually. So we got the Zhu Zhu hamsters here. They all say their names. Carly as well with the downtown starter set. The fire station, the police car with tunnel, and then the Ferris wheel, which is basically the hamster wheel, but like more modernized for something different. The instructions, oh, it's a lot more clear. Like it actually shows the Zhu Zhu pet a lot more clearly. I just also noticed something actually with these new Zhu Zhu hamsters. I gotta show you this actually. They have like a little like plastic bearing that kind of like covers it a little bit in some way. I don't know how to describe it, but check this out. Look, they have like this little like plastic thing that covers it, like keeping the skin intact, which is kind of odd. Oh, and they changed the wheel box as well a little bit with the 2024's copyright instead of like recycling the original Zhu Zhu pet wheel box from 2017 series. But I believe this is like sealed in to keep the skin intact, which is kind of weird, I gotta say, because a lot of us would want to skin it to basically look into it more closely and as well maybe fix some internal things. And they look to be screwed in with those Chinese screws in which they're triangular, which is kind of odd. But yeah, nose button, head button, back button, so fat and squishy. But yeah, the instructions basically is as it says, but yeah, it also literally has that part like basically just screwed in, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that is pretty much it for now on the Zhu Zhu City pamphlet, and I have multiple of these for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess it's fine. Now, let's go ahead and do the fun part and basically having him with his own sounds. Be right back so I could get a screwdriver. Alright, I got my batteries here, and I also got my screwdriver, and I also got the original Scoodles to compare it, and there is a very big difference with the original Zhu Zhu hamster and the new Zhu Zhu City hamster. Now, this one is a little bit more fatter, while this one is slightly more slimmer per se. The tone of the fur color is actually a lot more brighter with the new Zhu Zhu hamster, while this one is more of a darker tone. As well as the muzzle. You already know the muzzle looks very different in the first place when we first saw it. It looked very strange, but honestly, I'm kind of digging it a little bit more. And as well, the eye placement is more upper there instead of like closer to the muzzle. And then the ears are a lot bigger. The birthmark, of course, is very different in every way. It's white embroidery like every other original Zhu Zhu pet, while this one is matching the color fur of the Zhu Zhu hamster's back for Zhu Zhu City. And of course, it's still an acorn, so that's still nice to, you know, at least have by then. It is confirmed that Scoodles' birthday is April 18th, so that is still going on with the original Zhu Zhu hamster character for Zhu Zhu City, and it's not, you know, fully wiped out in any way. But let's go ahead and set this aside. Oh, and as well to mention, they have their own colored code readers that kind of matches them in some way, while the new Zhu Zhu City hamsters, they're all with the white code readers, kind of like every other new Zhu Zhu pet for this new series, and as well as Zhu Zhu Aquarium and the 2017 Zhu Zhu pets. We'll go ahead and set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and unscrew this so we can basically put in the batteries. Okay, so before I decide to show Scoodles sounds, I want to share Scoodles sounds originally with the original Zhu Zhu pets line. Now, there's a certain pattern that the Series 2 and Series 3 Zhu Zhu pets had, which is kind of like very different compared to the ones from Series 1 and Series 4 and beyond, and some units of the Rockstar Zhu Zhu pets. If you understand what I mean, it's good that you know, because they have like a different pattern. Jilly had its pattern modified when it released in 2017 in the Birthday Party series. So I'm kind of expecting something like this with maybe this Scoodles possibly, or maybe something a little bit better. But technically, Scoodles sounds when modified is technically Sergeant Sturgis sounds, since Sergeant Sturgis sounds is technically Scoodles sounds but recycled and modified to be Kung-Zu sounds. Okay. Big reveal. 3, 2, 1. That is actually quite different. It's more higher tone, more different, more modernized, but it's not like the original pattern from these original Zhu Zhu Pet series. It's just basically different squeaky sounds. Now the head sounds. That is crazy. At least it's his unique sounds. I've recognized some of the sounds besides just the squeaky sounds. It's his own, like, unique personality. But now we're going to go ahead and test him out to see how he runs and if there's anything different between that Zhu Zhu Pet and also the original. I also noticed the wheels are also very different as well. Like, they're more of a different, like, material and different, like, mechanic look. But that's all going to be deciphered when we watch him run. Alrighty, we are here to test him out, so now most likely expect their own personalized reviews later on in the future. But here he goes. So it is his original sounds when he goes in adventure mode, all the classic sounds. But now I want to know if there's like a third sleeping sound, like the Zhu Zhu fish. Nope, 2 sounds, I guess. Now, I also want to know if there is a dance mode with this one. It's literally the same Zhu Zhu Aquarium dance sound. Seriously? Still same Scoodle sounds though. Iconic whistle. And iconic laughter. Alrighty, so that's the test run on Scoodles moving around. Now let's go ahead and talk about my final results with it. Alrighty, my final results with the Zhu Zhu City Hamster as a whole itself, but specifically Scoodles. I gotta say, it's very different, very, it's just very different. That's all I can pretty much say. The tone for the pitch for Scoodles' sound is pretty, low compared to the ones in which they just blast it out, which I guess it's alright to preserve the speaker as best as it can, since the speakers tend to die out with these new ones, so I guess that's something. Very strange that it has like different sounds whenever you press its nose, which is, I guess, fine, which that basically makes my theory of him having Sergeant Surge sounds kind of go out the window a little bit. It's also a little bit weird that it has the same dancing sounds like the Zhu Zhu Aquarium fish and not like something new and different for once. But I guess that I'll let it slide just a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a little slower, but at least it's like very faster compared to the 2017 Zhu Zhu Pets at least. These new wheel boxes are pretty different, but like this whole like plastic cage up to keep the skin intact is a little bit weird. Either it's just like something to keep it from preventing it from being skinned, or just so that the little like bottom part of these don't like get scuffed up when they move around. Because I've noticed that there's been like plenty of scuffs when the Zhu Zhu hamsters from Zhu Zhu Pets, the original ones, moved around a little bit. So I guess that could be something, but you know, I have my own personal opinions on it. But overall, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with what Sepia has done with bringing the hamsters back. It's a little different, I get to say that, but overall, it's perfectly fine as is. That is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and stay zootastic.